video, I'm gonna be showing you how I made this swiveling bike rack holder. All in all, I only have $20 in this holder, and it's about a 1-hour build. So if you have a mountain bike or multiple mountain bikes, then stay tuned and I'll show you how to make this one. Real quick, let me talk to you about this video sponsor, which is VitaFusion. Saying that I have a hectic schedule is an understatement. With my busy schedule, I like convenient options to help me perform at my best, which is why I love eating apple cider vinegar gummies. VitaFusion is America's #1 gummy vitamin brand, and for good reason. They fuse delicious fruit flavors in an enjoyable and convenient form. Now you can get the benefits of apple cider vinegar in a delicious gummy form and without the awful taste. Each serving is packed with 500 milligrams of apple cider vinegar plus B12 for energy metabolism support. They also don't use any high fructose corn syrup, gluten, dairy, artificial flavor, or synthetic FD and C dyes. With these gummies, you'll get a delicious natural apple cider flavor at great value. Another cool thing about VitaFusion is they've planted over 200,000 fruit trees in a continued effort to make delicious nutrition accessible for all by partnering with the Fruit Tree Planting Foundation to plant trees in underserved communities. Apple cider vinegar has been traditionally used to support digestion, digestive health, gut health, and general health, so try them today. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Thanks to VitaFusion Gummy Vitamins for sponsoring this video. What I want to be able to do is walk the mountain bike up on the wall and store it by its front tire. So the first thing that I need to do is measure the front tire. Your bike might have a different diameter tire, so just take a tape measure and measure across the widest point in order to get a measurement. And the goal is to build the arms of the holder to where the front tire cannot pass through. So whatever this dimension is, in this case it's about 29.5, you want to make it, let's just say 3 inches smaller than that. For this project, you can either use 2x4s or 2x2s. If you use a 2x4, then you can simply rip it down into a 2x2. But since I already have some 2x2s, I'm just gonna cut these to length in order to make the holder. Okay, so here are the parts to make up the bottom side of the rack. And basically, just to reiterate, you want the length of this opening to not allow the tire to pass all the way through it, but you want the width to be able to couple it. So this to be wider than the tire, this to be slightly smaller than the diameter. So I repeated the process, and now I've cut 2 long links for the top. These are gonna be spaced the same dimension apart, and what these are gonna do is whenever you pop the tire into here, this is gonna help keep it straight as you're walking it up the wall. That's roughly what it will look like. Very simple. In order to support this cantilever, I'm gonna be adding some gussets in between these 2 members. To make that simple, I'm gonna attach all of this together with glue and screws, then I'm gonna lay it on its side and then just trace it on the material to easily cut the diagonals. Cutting these diagonals will now look like that. So now, definitely pre-drill into here and attach them with glue and screws. One thing to pay attention to here is that the inside of these boards is exactly flush with the inside of here, because you don't want it catching your tire. So this entire assembly will eventually swivel, but before I add more components to it, I want to make sure that all of this works with my bike. So I'm gonna go ahead and temporarily find the studs, mount this to the wall, and test fit the bike out on it. Now what I want to do is I want this thing to swivel, and I'll show you why whenever I get it up on the wall. But the back assembly, what that needs to look like is I need to add some blocks like this to where I'll be able to mount this to the wall, and then I have some hardware here this stinger will go into the wall, and then this will be recessed into this block so that then this whole assembly can pivot. This will stay stationary in the I can't do it. There we go. And then this will pivot like that with the bicycle. So now I'm just using scraps. So I'm gonna cut down this 2x material and attach it in 2 different places on this back. On these blocks back here, I cut it into 45 because I'm gonna want it to be pivoting, and this will just allow me more clearance before it hits into the wall. And the hardware that I have, I've actually left you a link to this specific one down in the description. I'm just gonna make a nice counterboard. It's actually gonna be on this side, but to show you, I'm gonna make a counterboard this size so that it fits inside of this block. I have a Forstner bit, but you could just use a drill bit. There we go. That's going to create our pivot nature, like that. I was just pulling out my tape measure to measure where these are. And I thought, I'm gonna cheat it. So I'm literally gonna put this in here and be over by here, the stud. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna work. Wow, it's fun. Okay. After you get it going, it's gonna be really hard. There's a few different tricks you can do, but basically, you just wanna extend your leverage so that it's easier to turn. I chose to do that with a clamp. Let's see how that works. Ah, heck yeah. So that 45 is definitely a good thing. Yeah, and then that allows it to turn even further. So I could back it out even more, but honestly, this is gonna be just enough for me. Yeah, so now, instead of this bike being floppy in my walkway, I can fold it almost all the way against the wall like that, completely opening up this room that would be taken up if I only had a stationary wall-mounted one. Keep in mind, I only have one bike, but if you have multiples, you can make multiple racks and put them all on the same wall and then fold them into one another. You might not be able to fold it as drastically as one bike can do, but it would still drastically save you space in that room. I think this swivel thing is cool, but I guess it could be two-sided. It is a little bit more fussy to load and offload it, because then you have to make sure that it's not swiveling, and then if it's slightly unlevel or has some momentum, then it's not going to want to stay straight. But as you can see, it was also very simple to mount directly to the wall to completely eliminate the swivel factor. So I hope this video has helped you out if you're looking for a way to store your bike. I have linked to everything I've used down in the description, and I have a free set of plans if you want to download the dimensions I've used. I'll see you on the next one. Again, big thank you to VitaFusion for sponsoring this video. It is finally golf season again. Don't forget that I have a set of plans for a single bag golf holder as well as a double. You can click here for plans and here to subscribe to the channel.